Welcome to Watchat, where we chat about watches and other facts of life. Today I'll be reviewing this monster here, the Seiko Sumo Green. I think you will like this. The SPB103J1 is a watch that one should never underestimate. Yes, it may be a Seiko, and yes, it may be a Prospex. However, this watch can really go toe-to-toe with the big boys. I won't oversell this or exaggerate it. I acknowledge it is not a Rolex, but hopefully by the end of this video, you see why I think this watch deserves more respect than it should. Let's first talk about the bracelet and the clasp. The bracelet here has a lug width of 20mm, which gives you plenty of option when it comes to changing straps or bracelet. The bracelet is brush finish with the center links having polish finish at the edge or sides of the center links. This gives the bracelet a little bit more blink to it. The side of the bracelet is also polish finish. What I like about this bracelet is that the back of the bracelet even has indicative arrows to show you where to push, to cater for your ideal size. The downside to this bracelet is that it has push pins instead of screw pins. The other downside is that the links on these bracelets are not as solid as I hope they are. Now the clasp here is a simple 3-fold clasp with secure lock and a push button release with extender in it. I think Seiko could have done better here. Yes, the thickness and quality of the clasp would add to the negative list here, but bear with me, this is still a good watch. The watch is powered by the 6R35 caliber movement, which has a plus 25 to minus 15 seconds a day accuracy. It has an impressive 70 hours power reserve and an automatic with hand wind capacity. The watch has a quick set date and hacking seconds function. When adjusting the date on this watch using the minute hand, the date begins to change at 10:30 PM with a quick snap at 12:05 AM. This is rather bizarre. If you've seen my review on the Seiko Presage Sharp Edge series, you will note that the watch over there also uses 6R35 caliber movement. However, the dates change in a different manner. To view that video, I'll share a link in the description below. This watch has 24 joules with 21,600 bph and a 200-meter water resistance. It has a Diashock shock system and an anti-magnetism of 4,800 AM or equivalent to 60 Gauss. The watch is made out of stainless steel. The front profile of the watch has a silhouette of some of the Grand Seiko Sport models. The front of the watch is brush finish with the inner corners of the case having polish finish, which you won't see watches at this price point. The side profile of the watch further exhumes quality. The entire case is carved into a banana curve shape with a banana split into 3 layers. The top layer of the case is polish finish, the middle of the case is brush finish, and the bottom of the case is again polish finish. That's a lot of work put in for a watch at this level. Even at the end of the lugs, you see more angular cuts which are brush and polish finish. The polish, although not Zaratsu polish, still has that mirror reflection that's good enough. The lugs also have holes for easy change of the bracelet. Most watches, especially at this price point, will have brush finish on the back of their watches. This, however, is polish finish with a brush screw case back and a wave ocean design medallion that is polished in the middle of the case. How cool is that? The SPB103J1 is a monster. It measures 45mm in diameter, 12.9mm in height, and 52.6mm lug to lug. Notwithstanding its juggernaut, for some strange reason, Seiko has managed to carve this monster into a wrapper that doesn't flare out or look too huge on my 16cm circumference wrist. It has some weight on it and it's measured at 188 grams. Because of its size, it is rather brilliant of having the screw-down crown positioned at the 4 o'clock instead of the 3. so that to prevent it sticking out and hurting your hand. The face of the crown here is not engraved but has a polished surface instead. The size of the crown is just right for easy gripping and rotating. The fact there is no crown guards on it also gives it a clean look and easy access to the crown. The height of the bezel is also just right for easy gripping even with wet gloves. The coin edge on the bezel also helps with that, although not the best, but it'll do the work. Unlike most dive watch that have their bezel sit on top of the case, this bezel nestles within the case seeking shelter from accidents that may knock the bezel off the watch. What that also means is that in order to rotate the unidirectional bezel, you can only grab the top and the bottom of the bezel, which limits how much you can rotate at one turn. It does its job, so good enough I guess. The bezel is made out of stainless steel and has a 120 clicks. The numerals on the bezel are painted on, or rather unpainted, as the bezel is painted in green. Comparing it with the color on the dial on the watch has a darker olive green sunburst effect that gives a pattern on the dial. Whenever the green is exposed, you will always see some part green and some closer to black. Because of how dark the green is on this watch, at certain angle the dial and bezel looks black instead of green. This adds to its versatility of having the best of two worlds. You now have a green and a black watch. The sapphire crystal here has no AR coating. Well, Rolex doesn't have it either, so what? All the hands are stainless steel, has lumibright on it, and the indexes are also equipped with lumibright with stainless steel surrounding it. The 12 o'clock mark on the bezel also has lumibright. The white mini track are printed on the grey rehaut instead of the dial, which helps gives a clean look on the dial. The printing on the watch are all white, and the date window at the 3 o'clock has a printed white frame around it. The date here has white backdrop with black numberings, which I can accept for this watch since the 9 o'clock mark is also white. This helps with the symmetry of the watch. I really love wearing this watch on a casual day. The watch is robust and has luxurious looks. This watch is not a Rolex, but at a glance, and I really mean at a glance, it can be mistaken to look like a Rolex Submariner. Most importantly, it's only retailed at 3,500 ringgit, which is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, 6R35 caliber movement watch out there, let alone a dive watch with sapphire crystal and a case which Seiko has put so much effort on it. A bang for its buck is really an understatement here. This is a reliable watch and has a reliable in-house movement. I mean, come on, it's a Seiko. So what do you think? Are there any watch that are priced 3,500 ringgit that can be an alternative for this watch? Let me know at the comments below. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, please like, share, comment and subscribe to support me, and I really appreciate it and promise to upload more videos like this. Until the next one, thank you for watching.